Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. On 3rd down, Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Well, the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Ross on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown! Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. He knew what else he should do. If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Middle. Middle.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. 23 yards on the play.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Delaney Walker, 39 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second and 11 now. Stafford is going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Andy Isabella, 76 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape with it.
And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now it's Rosen looking. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. He's going to walk one. Deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 81 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Set. Big 20. 180. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
I got you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there to
the end zone and dove in.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On second and very short, Rosen. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's second down.
You ain't going nowhere.
To throw is Rosen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Rosen. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Rosen now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run now with Gaskin. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On the crossing route, complete. That's Parker. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On fourth down, Brian Flores going to call on the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Third down here.
And 6 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Bang, 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 bang. 59. 52, right 52. Squeeze, double. Hey, right 52.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw, and he comes back with one complete. The 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, Can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Room here to run. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Check 53. Ready.
On first down, Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Chris Jones on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw is Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Rosen looking to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. There he goes inside the 30. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally taken down at the 15. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Kamara. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separate. The field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
from the 29. Stafford, blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 corners, no reason to lighten up now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Takk McKinley in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Let's go, 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And Walker with it over the middle. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Rosen's pass complete to Delaney Walker.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. This is Gaskin on the carry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jerry Tillery in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the